Hello everybody and welcome to another Transformers third party review. Today I'm taking a look at X-Transbots 85 MM-VIII Geologist Arkose, aka Masterpiece Beachcomber. The box is exactly what we've come to expect from X-Transbot with their Master Mini series, with a nice embossed image on the front in both vehicle and bot mode, and a lovely schematic background. Back of the box, we've got a quick image of some of their current characters. I think there might be a new version of Power Glide coming, as well as Cosmos. We have a tech spec and bio. And we go around, we have these two. They look very Porsche-like, in my opinion. I'm hoping that's Cliffjumper. Could be completely wrong. If I am, tell me. But I could do with a real masterpiece Cliffjumper. Anyway, without further ado, let's crack him open. And here he is out of the packaging. He comes packed in his vehicle mode. And it was all good. If you follow me on Facebook, I think it was about 4 months ago maybe, I got hold of a test shot of this. And I was playing around with it. Giving them some feedback and taking some shots, and it's come on a long way. It's come on a very long way. Overall, it does definitely look like a beach dune buggy. His alt mode is fantastic. Love this chromed up engine section at the back here. Still not completely a fan of the way the hands bend round and tab in on the underside of this section here, but I know it's a must just to give us this kind of alt mode. Really nice. Love the wheels. Incredibly nice. Now, of course, he does come with some accessories. He comes with his weapon. Pretty straightforward. Just a nice weapon. He comes with his toy accurate head. He comes with his golden fist. So you can just swap that out. It's just a mushroom peg. Slide it in and out. I love it when they do this. I love it when they do little nods to various episodes. And he also comes, I just kept on some tape, with the lagoon birds. So he can be really groovy and look after the birds. His gun can be stored in the vehicle mode just by untabbing this section. Bring it in behind the passenger mount and just push from the back. And that just tabs in, and then you can adjust the passenger mount accordingly. And then just bring down the side panel section, like so. It's now turned into like an armed military dune bug. Scale-wise, I think he scales pretty darn well with some other mini-bots, and he actually scales better with the Takara humans than what the Takara Masterpiece figures do. And here he is alongside Warpath for a bit of war and peace. Beachcomber is made from a pretty darn sturdy plastic. The wheels do all roll, although he doesn't really want to roll on my Cybertronian surface. There's also enough room and clearance if you want to put your human characters in the driving seat. Now, as much as I love this vehicle mode, it isn't why I got him. I got him to display as his bot form in my Season 1 and 2 collection. So let's get him transformed up. First port of call. Untab this part here. Untab this part here. These are a very thin plastic, but there's a fair bit of flex to them as well. So I don't have any worries about breaking it. Unplug the gun. And you want to come around to these back sections here and just untab this rear section. That one there. And that's untabbed from this side as well. The front comes untabbed. And the same with this side, just the other side of this circle hole, there is a tab where the door tab's in, just pull that backwards. The hinge just at the bottom here, move this section down, and there's a ball joint on this hinge section as well. Just work the hinge down and get these side panels out of the way. I'm going to grab hold of this front section, and as you pull it up, push down on the center roll bar section, and that clears the roof. You can then fold these legs all the way around, and this section here is going to untab. Just pull this apart, it's tabbed top and bottom. This whole section on the outer leg here rotates around, and it brings the bumper section down to the front, and that's just going to sit just above the toes. Come around to the back of the leg. This section is going to fold in half. This little handle here, this just comes round. So this whole section here is going to rotate. This basket section just comes around and comes down to the back of the leg. Lift this section just up a tad, pull this section down, and that's now going to slot in behind that wheel, and that finishes off the back of the legs. Fold your steering wheel and gun mount section up and flip the heel spurs backwards, and they fold up nicely and just tuck in underside there. Come round to the toes and extend those. The feet are actually also tabbed in, so you can just untab them. Just do that on both sides, extend the toe, and then just untab the foot and rotate the headlamps forwards. Start by untabbing the fist. It's pegged in on the handle section there, and there's also a small tab which plugs into the hand. Come around to the side, flip the seats down. I love how there's little first aid boxes on the back of the seats there. And you want to just split this top section of the roll cage. Slide this section of the roll bar up and under. This section here, the blue and the silver, is on this white sliding peg. So push on the silver and the top there, and that whole section is going to slide up. You know that it's slid up because you'll see this hole under there. The engine compartment is on a couple of hinges and a rotation. You want to get it up with the engine block twisted, bring up the roll bar. That just needs to get over this lump here, and then when you're over there, the engine mount can literally just rotate underneath and just slide through the gap in the roll bar. There is minimal clearance, but it's clearance nonetheless, and there's a lot of hinging going on here to allow us to get that over there smoothly. Come round to the front, and the chest collapses down. Bring the shoulders up and over, and they're actually on the same hinge as this roll bar section, so as we bring those up, the roll bar section comes up and over the back section there. And when they get level, you can just collapse those down, and they're going to tab in fully onto the chest section. The backpack engine section can now tab into those two holes on the back. Rejoin this section here over his back boobs. Push that in together. Come round to the front, and we can rotate his head. And there we have him. Groovy. What an outstanding little dude. What a cracker. That's a really good representation of a Beachcomber. Love the look of those legs. Quite a bit involved. Understand why we have these long heel spurs. Not exactly a huge fan of them, but I don't know if there would have been a way of them working around that, because he's got that roll cage. I think they've done a pretty darn good job, considering. Really, really great head sculpt there. Nice space on the front there for an Autobot logo. Shoulders can come up, can rotate all the way around. We have an upper bicep swivel. We get a double jointed elbow. We get rotation at the wrist. The fists are pinned at a single peg, joining all the fingers. The waist can rotate. There's no hindrance from the backpack section. The legs can come out, can come forwards. Nice deep bend at the knee. And the ankles can pivot left and right. And they can also go up and down. Not a huge motion going up and down, but enough to get some adequately good poses. They look great, don't they? The birds can plug in on the hands and on the shoulders. And I mean, they are pretty highly detailed. That's some pretty good paint applications there. Love that. And as previously mentioned, the hand is on a mushroom peg, so applying pressure to the arm and the hand, we can work the hand off and slide the new one back on. You know what? It's silly little things like this that make me smile. Little touches that point us towards random useless episodes that I remember from my childhood. The faceplate can be changed out by tilting the head back, getting your nail or a small screwdriver or something underneath and just pulling that back. And again, we can bring the toy sculpt in, and it's going to go in the same way, just slides in there like that. I definitely prefer the cartoon face. So there we have it, guys. He scales remarkably well. I think he looks fantastic with the other mini bots. As much as I love Windcharger, and I really do, I think he's a great bot, I think Beachcomber kind of has it for me. I think he's just got that animation look to him. His transformation's fun. It's not overly complicated. There's a few little nice ideas, especially around the leg area where it folds, twists and turns. It's quite a nice transformation. Levels of detailing are good. And all we need now is a sea spray. Really loving what X-Trans are doing at the moment. I'm loving both their Masterpiece and their Mini Masters line. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, give it a big thumbs up, like and subscribe. And until next time, from myself and Arkose, goodbye.